U.S. Senate candidate Graham Platner is pausing his campaign as he faces new allegations. And now the Maine Democratic Party is calling on Platner to quit the race.
A woman from Maine telling Politico he sexually assaulted her back in 2021. Our Phil Hirschkorn has more on that and Platner's response, joining us live in the newsroom. Phil.
Hello, Brian and Amanda. Graham Platner denies the rape accusation in a video he posted on social media shortly after Politico published its story, reported by Jessica Piper, who used to work for the Bangor Daily News, and Adam Wren, Politico's senior national political correspondent. The article says 5 years ago, Platner raped a Maine woman who's the same age as him, 41. Jenny Roscoe told Politico on the record she had an on-again, off-again relationship with Platner starting in 2019 after they met on the dating app Bumble. The incident occurred in 2021 when Roscoe alleges a drunk Platner came over to her house after she told him not to, let himself in the unlocked door, and eventually had sex with her against her will in her bedroom. The next morning, Roscoe told Platner to leave and never contact her again, according to Politico. We're telling you her name because she allowed Politico to do so and quoted her as saying, "I remember him grabbing my pelvis and being really forceful of me. I remember the specific moment where I thought to myself, like, this is no longer my choice." One of the reasons I didn't come forward sooner was the huge moral conflict that I had between supporting his politics but not supporting him as a person. I just want the truth out there. I just want people to have a whole scope of who he is as a person. Now, Roscoe did not report the alleged rape to police but told at least 2 acquaintances and a therapist, according to Politico. Platner denies the allegation in a 2-minute video he posted to his X account this afternoon. Here is the most relevant 30 seconds.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict. We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins.
While Platner and his campaign reflect, he canceled 3 town halls in the last 2 days, one yesterday in Augusta, 2 today, one in Gorham, one in Sanford. Now, there's a July 13th deadline for him to withdraw from the Senate race if he chooses to do so. That's the second Monday in July by statute. The Democratic Party would have to convene a process to choose a replacement. And as we said at the top of this segment, just moments ago, the Maine Democratic Party itself urged Platner to withdraw as a Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate. So has Maine Senate President Matty Daughtry and Maine House Speaker Ryan Fecteau, both Democrats. For their part, the Maine Republican Party is calling Platner, quote, a scandalous scumbag, unquote, who was never fit to represent Maine. So this is a fast-developing story, Brian and Amanda, and we'll keep tabs on it. For now, let me toss it back to you.
All right, Phil Hirschkorn live in our newsroom. Thank you, Phil.